3. We're good. Everyone unmuted.
We're balling.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Welcome
morning.
to episode 3 of the Diamond Days Morning Show. We hope you're all having a wonderful morning, whether you're on the way to work or school. We're here to keep you some company, let you know what's going on in the world, and generally fill your ears with noise to distract from all the voices on the inside. Good morning, fellas. How are we doing today?
Good morning. We have our new member today to the podcast. Permanent member.
Mr. Claude Clawmark. Good to have you, buddy.
Welcome, Mr. Smith.
It is way too early.
Mm-hmm.
Wilson was a little too excited this morning.
Yeah, this man, full of beans, woke up like a child on Christmas. He was like, he's bean, and he starts tugging me out of bed. He's like, come on, podcast time. And I was like...
I woke up and I just said, podcast 30 minutes.
Wow.
Good morning.
I honestly, to be fair, I've never heard Wilson sound so serious in my life. Like, I was still in bed, but I was wide awake. Like, I'd been awake for a little while, and I was just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Then I hear, bang, bang, bang. I go, hello? And he says, podcast 30 minutes. And then he just starts going. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, geez, it's kind of crazy, too, because we're introducing our new member, Claude Clawmark, and it seems we might have another surprise for you today so soon.
So soon.
Oh, yes, there is a surprise today. There is, but we can't spoil it quite yet. Just wait a little longer. Just a little longer.
God, I just look over and I notice that our buddy, our brand new member, Claude, has on him a beverage, and I keep thinking about how that's him. The drink. And the drink is drinking right now.
Oh, wait,
Not alcohol, he's just drinking a beverage.
Yeah, a beverage of sorts.
Whenever I see...
That's why they call him the drink.
Whenever I see... You know that gif of... That image of Leonardo DiCaprio from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like whistling and clicking and pointing at the screen? That's going to be me whenever Claude drinks anything. I'd be like, oh my god, the drink drinks! No fucking way, dude!
No, we have like nothing in this fridge, so then...
You guys are never gonna guess who's here.
Yep.
You guys are never gonna guess who's here.
Hell?
We have a special guest today.
Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. Oh,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
have a
get-
seat.
get a
That's
chair.
perfect.
Hey
Come
guys,
have-
it's me!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
It's twisty. I can't
Mother
believe it.
shoving.
What the hell?
No way, dude.
Of course you may.
What is up?
Oh,
I
I think that's for me as well.
people's
breakfast.
That's a surprise for me though.
That's a surprise for this
Oh,
man.
you guys ordered breakfast?
Oh wait, can you hand me my phone? It's right there.
I'm not gonna lie, I 100% thought I left the door open and someone just like walked in after us. I was like, oh guys, I'm sorry, we're gonna get attacked. It's over. We're gonna get attacked by some random citizen that decided to, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Just
they're,
walking.
They're in Skyrim and they're gonna roll in with a bow and arrow.
Yeah. So, welcome, Shuyumino. You had a good morning. You feeling spry?
Am I on
Feeling
the screen
awake
yet?
Not yet.
this morning?
Oh,
Well, he's using some
immersion.
invisibility ninjutsu is what he's hitting us with now. You know, this is a sorcerer. He's a powerful guy. You have to.
The fuck?
You see the little thing, the little like locks on it.
Wait. Let's not describe how to get into our home.
You know what?
Yeah, so first you ring the doorbell.
First, you ring the doorbell and you wait for one of the 5 gentlemen inside to let you in.
I got one.
That's really funny, actually. Hey guys, so first you want to go to address, street name, postcode.
And then you get a hold of our full phone number and speak in a Japanese accent.
Yeah. What you want to do is get a hold of our phone number and then breathe into the mic very loudly, and that's it.
And then say, I'm in your closet.
Kazuku.
Oh, Jesus! If someone said that down the phone, I would be very scared. I'd be like, "How did you know? How did you know about the glory of combat?"
And the phone number just happens to be mine.
They almost got it right. They got mine, and they got shoes but not mine. That's so funny.
Okay,
Coffee.
Bro's coffee maxing.
I got coffee from a place I've never heard of in my life, but I got coffee and a bagel. Looks pretty good, honestly.
A gaggle.
Yes.
Bagel.
Here's yours.
Wow.
You don't spin that. You spin a bagel.
Oh, hi, Uki.
Oh, hi, Uki.
Ayaki. Okay.
They
so,
gave me a stick of sugar for some reason.
Well,
yeah,
That's
man.
kinda how
They
coffee
don't
works.
Coffee.
Jeez. This guy's bewildered at the thought of having coffee.
Listen, this man is up early. I don't blame him for being somewhat delirious and confused.
it's only one stick?
Yeah, it's just one stick. We'll have to share it.
That's a pretty decent
Wow, they're
Wow.
sharing a stick of
Yeah, we-
together. Oh my god,
Claus
Points right, points left.
Fucking
No
early for
way.
this shit, man.
All right, fellas. I have something for you. So start today off.
Okay, hit me.
We have news from a very hotly anticipated movie.
I don't have a fucking.
What the fuck is going on over here? We have news from a hotly anticipated feature film coming out early on
Am I not
next
in?
year.
Did you go in?
Am I not in?
No.
What the heck? It pooped on me.
Oh no.
I put it in.
What?
Guys,
Oh, I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
I'll get you on that.
We can get it.
Oh,
It's
wait,
really-
One second. Let me.
I mean, you could just put it on, and then I'm pretty sure somebody will share it. It'll come up like immediately.
Oh, like type it in the YouTube chat or like on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I just meant like the option on iPhones to share the password. So
Oh,
that you don't.
I need to add one of you guys on my contacts.
Oh, you're right.
I don't
Wait,
think
that was
you do.
every-
Is that how that works?
I don't think that's how
Actually,
that works at
I've
all.
gotten it without being
Oh,
in
like
contact.
No, I mean I've only had the
yeah,
contact. Well, the only person who gives me Wi-Fi because every time I hang out with Alira is who gives me all the Wi-Fi passwords.
True.
I have never once gone on a vacation where I've had to type in the Wi-Fi because she just sends it
No
to
way.
me.
That's so funny. All right. We have an update from a
Okay.
hotly anticipated feature film coming out early next year. A Minecraft movie. Not the Minecraft movie, a Minecraft
A Minecraft movie.
Implying, of course, that perhaps there will be more, or have been, many more.
Oh.
We
you're
have
making fun of it.
revealed for us today, hot off the presses, the design of the Minecraft movie skeleton. I want to know what you guys think about this, okay? I'm going to reveal it to the chat, and then chat, if you guys want to grab it on a... Just use your imagination if you're listening to this in the car, wherever you're going.
Wait, what?
And if you are able to, go ahead and Google it for yourself, because it's all out there on the presses. What do you guys think about this?
Oh no.
Is that Fortnite?
No, that's the Minecraft movie.
Oh wow.
That's the Minecraft movie.
Wait, can I see again? What?
Wow, that's something.
So think as in
What do you guys think?
yes or no.
What? Yes. Is this hot or not?
Why does he
Um,
why does it disappear when I do that?
That's Minecraft for sure.
It just disappears.
That is Minecraft. I'm gonna be so real with you
I'm
guys.
so happy he has elbows.
Right? I'm gonna be so honest.
Mhm.
I think it kind of goes hard, for me personally. Like this is really dumb and goofy, but for all the Minecraft movie
Oh,
design,
he has a sword?
he has a sword for whatever.
Skeleton with a
He's
sword?
got a sword rather than
It's
a bow.
modded.
Okay, all right then. I guess that's a thing.
I like it.
I don't know why he just.
The sword is a
disappears.
little bit of an odd choice. I hadn't thought about that. But to me, when I think about like funny skeletons and like, you know, funny memes and stuff like that, this kind of goes hard for me. Do you agree? Do you feel like that?
Modded Minecraft.
You sure?
Right?
He's on top of everything.
It's so interesting.
It does go kind of hard.
The only thing square on him is his head. So they're like
Yeah, I mean, the rest of his body has the kind of like a rectangular
Maybe make a new
sort
one.
of
Quality to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. A sort of
that je ne sais quoi.
I was about to say both a rectangular quality to it and a rectangular je ne sais quoi. I was about to say the exact same thing.
I'm in your walls.
Great
What can-
mind.
what-
I
what
was
can I say?
going to say great minds think alike, but this man is threatening me. But that's good. That's good.
That's so interesting. I saw someone in chat immediately say, "Hey, that looks like AI," and I'm gonna be real. I had the same reaction.
The same reaction.
Gonna be honest, I was like,
I mean,
"Hmm."
literally, when I saw it on Twitter.
Oh,
When I
now he's
saw-
here? What?
Dude,
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
listen, can you shut up?
Oh, I'm gonna appear.
We're working on
We should have cut their mic.
Up here.
Sorcerer no jutsu. Reveal yourself, wizard.
I've got the magic cloth on, the invisible cloak.
Yeah, dude, this shit's all broken.
So funny.
It's
so funny, like trying to stimulate discussion when like a third of our panel is deeply invested in some kind of technical problem.
It's okay.
Yes, I think we might have to PNG for a little bit. Might be easier.
I brought my. Okay.
I don't know. This shit's not mine, so I can't say anything.
I mean, you made it with 5, right?
Okay.
Hold on, I might.
You made it with 5. I don't know why there's a problem, but I guess we ball. Vox double audio.
Guys. I
Well,
think it's
when you have
just
3 mics,
talking
it's just.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm kind of talking across 2 mics when I kind of lean over like that. So don't worry about it. Trust me, the audio isn't doubled. We just have multiple microphones today.
Okay. It works.
No, it's not double.
Whoa.
Reveals
I'm here.
himself.
Wow.
I'm here.
Sorcerer reveals himself.
I'm here.
Your look fits this podcast so well.
I know. This is the only man dressed for the morning. Me, I'm in the same outfit I've been wearing for everything. Probably the most casual outfit I have.
God, I can't wait until I get my 3rd outfit. That's when this is.
Speaking of fucking, oh my fucking god, dude, it's so fucking cold. I don't like every other day this week so far has not reached this fucking point where it's like for fucking European. How cold is it?
In Canada?
No, fucking Celsius, bitch.
Oh. You're asking, why the fuck are you asking me?
That's true.
Because you're not fucking American! Well, Canada uses fucking Celsius too, what do you mean?
That's why he's asking.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, we're off our rockers today.
The way Wilson just sipped his coffee, he looked like a really stressed mother of 3. Like a mother is trying to get her kids to school, and then one of them is just being a rambunctious.
I'm dealing with fucking tech issues for like the last 6 minutes, so.
I'm not gonna lie, I can kind of hear "Big Girls Don't Cry" playing right now, and like Claude's just like, but mom.
Mom, I wanna get ice cream. It's like, you can't get ice cream. We have to get you to school. We're gonna be late.
Jeez, dude.
What is it you wanted to know?
How cold is it in Celsius right now?
Right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I have my phone in Celsius.
Why is your phone Celsius?
I don't know. I just felt like chilling in Celsius.
In Celsius, it's 9.
9?
9
Celsius.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah, see,
my
that's the
phone says
thing.
7.
We are not built for shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm
Why does
not.
my phone say 7?
I could turn the heating
I am
on
not
if you
ready.
guys
I'm
want. We
used
can
to
get
the
some
heat.
hot air in
Yeah,
here.
no.
We get some
I mean, I'm
warm-
chilling. I've got my neck warmer on. I've got my Dragon Quest.
This man is wearing gloves inside.
I've got gloves on, my neck
that's
warmer, a
crazy.
hoodie,
I never
sweatpants.
thought about what like the cold weather diff must be like. You know, I never thought that it like went that hard. I mean, this man is wearing winter gloves inside.
I mean, it's fucking cold, bro. I don't know what you want me to do.
I don't know. I mean,
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're from what? The northern north of the Kuma castles?
yeah, I've been around plenty of cold in my life. I mean, I'm sort of organically warm a lot of the time, but still, I mean, I didn't think it went this bad.
Well, hey, I'm sorry. I'm American. I don't know what you want me to do.
That's how it.
I don't know what you want me to fucking do.
It's true. We're not built for this.
I'm not built for this weather.
Again, like, I don't even think we don't. Snow isn't real. You know what I mean?
Literally the first time I
It's
saw
not
snow
real.
was in Japan. I never seen it prior to that. Never seen it prior to
I
that.
love snow.
Don't even
just
know what the
wet.
fuck snow is.
Just eat your fucking bagel.
It's just
Do
wet.
you watch like the Home Alone movies and say that it's fake?
Snow's a lie. Snow is government made.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's like-
just like pigeons.
Yeah. Or it's all birds.
Oh really?
All birds.
I thought it
Birds
was
aren't
just
real.
like a pigeon conspiracy.
No.
Like pigeons are
All
government
birds
drones.
are not real.
Fair enough.
I choose to disagree after the time a pigeon landed on my balcony and it wouldn't because pigeons are so brain dead. It's like made of glass and so it's transparent. Every time I tried shooing it, it would just fly into the glass and wonder why it wasn't going anywhere, and then it would just stop. And I had to I was really scared.
Because
See,
the
it's
drone pathing did not adjust for the glass door, unfortunately.
The drone.
The drone
pathing
does not know.
I was
fucked it up.
algorithm not be working.
I was on stream at the time, and I kept going out and trying to get rid of it because I was like, it's gonna shit everywhere. And then I went back to stream. I was like, guys, I'm scared. I don't want it to peck me because I'd never been pecked by a pigeon before. I don't know how painful that is. I don't know what the frame of reference is like. Also, what if it's gonna give me a disease? So in the end, it was like back and forth, and then eventually I got like when I did my night ASMR, I had a chainmail glove, and I put that on to protect my hand from getting pecked, and then I just squeezed it and I let it go, and it like flew immediately. It just glided right around. And then within 2 seconds, it had landed on someone else's balcony, and I was like, "All right, well, that's not my problem anymore."
So funny.
It was
surveillance state. It needs to go neighbor to neighbor to see what people are up to.
To torment renters. That's all he is. That pigeon is a landlord in spirit. He's fucking.
He's figuring out if people are harboring extra pets beyond the pet limit.
Pet limit?
Yes. So most places, most buildings, I think, are like landlords. I don't know why they do this. But I mean, I kind of understand for the most part. They limit most cases like one pet per like room sometimes.
Oh,
yeah, because they'll bark.
Yeah.
Or something.
Something like that.
I don't remember who said this like recently. Something about like, oh, I can't have more than like one cat because if there's two cats, they fight or some shit.
Oh, they'll like
Yeah, like they're super loud apparently to a point where it's like
interesting.
Landlords will basically be like no.
Or someone does a side hustle and starts like breeding or something.
Lamau? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's breeding extra animals in your fucking apartment.
Right? I don't think nobody wants to deal with that.
Yeah,
that sounds like not a good idea.
Very good.
This sounds borderline illegal, you know.
It does. I'm pretty sure it is.
It probably is.
But then no one says anything because everyone just goes on Craigslist or whatever the fuck. I don't know what it's like in
Craigslist is the spot.
Well, what's Craigslist again?
Oh.
Is that the same place where Anna got her
This man's bagel max.
There's like separate sites for this separate shit.
Kijiji, that's what it is. That's the place Anna got her monitor.
To be honest,
oh yeah.
I don't know if we have an equivalent in
Really?
UK. I don't know. Like, there are definitely apps for like finding a task for something or like saying, "Hey, I need someone to do this." There's definitely like modern sort of apps that you can do for that, but I don't know.
Oh, I know what it is. So you know, America has Craigslist. The UK has Craigslist.
Craigslist. No, in the UK it's very like Craig. It's like my name is Craig.
Craigslist.
Only Craig.
The closest it's gotten, you know, in America. In America, I feel like the pronunciation is always Craig.
Craig.
Craigslist.
Facebook Marketplace.
Honestly, yes. No, genuinely, it's Facebook
My friends use
Marketplace.
that.
Really?
It's been kind of taken over.
I know people that use that.
like.
Yeah, it's legit.
I remember, like, whenever I use Facebook, I don't use Facebook for the TL. I just use it to keep up with my friends. But the only time I'm on there are one person on my friends list who is always selling something. Is selling this really old couch, and they've been trying to shift this couch for like £200 for I think about 5 years, and no one is interested. This couch. It looked bad when they tried selling it. I can't imagine what it looks like now. If it's got not only the neglect of someone who is like trying to get rid of it, but the neglect of someone who's been trying to get rid of it for 5 years and assumes I'm not going to have this couch in a week, and then 5 years later they still have it. I dread to imagine. There may be an ecosystem.
You know what we should do?
What should we do?
We should go to Facebook Marketplace and try to get a scuffed stream set up.
Yo.
And stream from it?
Stream with Facebook Marketplace only.
Yeah, day one from trying to obtain studio gear from Facebook Marketplace only. Day 2, day 3, and we keep on upgrading our setup until it becomes.
So yeah, we pull off like a random like Linus Tech Tips like entire production.
So yeah, for the first 3 days, we will not have a LAN cable, and we will not be able to connect to the internet. It'll just be a blank.
We need a fucking Wi-Fi card or some shit.
You know, I'd like to imagine the first one. We have no microphone. We have, and all we can do is communicate via text on screen. So we're just typing like, "Hi guys," and then later on we get the shittiest microphone.
No, we get a laptop mic. Because it just comes with the laptop.
Oh god.
Yes, and we maybe like a webcam mic, because I feel like a lot of people are gonna sell webcams. And webcam mics sound the funniest lest we forget.
We can use it as a mic too, I guess.
The late great Mr. Rios in Crab Game completely blowing out his mic every time he said anything, or perhaps his legendary Peggle stream, which I'll put on whenever I'm feeling sad. Anything like that. That is genuinely a very good idea. I would like to try eBaying a load of stuff like that. But I think Facebook Marketplace is good because it's just you're negotiating with a seller, and it's like we're gonna have to go somewhere and like pick these things up from a person that we met. You know, just be like, hey, buddy, you got that.
It's more official.
Yeah.
Can you do it? Scan.
It reminds me of a really awkward experience I had. It wasn't that bad. It was just buying a hard drive off of a guy a long time ago, just like a blank solid state drive. And I was like, I don't know this person. It's like a friend of one of my other friends who's selling it. I was like, I could do with a solid state drive. Why not? I just met him in the middle of town. He's like, hey, I'd never met this guy before. Hey, SSD, and I was like, yeah. And then he just handed it me, and I just gave him like the money. He's like, all right, see you around. He just turned around and left, and I was thinking, I don't know. I thought there was no further conversation than that. I was like, what? Are we not gonna just like, I don't know.
You got a rare NPC event, dog.
Right, NPC event.
You make that single purchase, and you're like, all right.
Yeah, you try to speak to him again, and he only says the same line.
He's SSD. It's in Skyrim. He just walks around like,
See you around.
hello, adventure.
See you around.
SSD. See you around.
He's just in that same spot after you bought it. You go back there, and he'll still be there, being like,
Still there.
hey,
I go back to
SSD.
that one spot in town. He's still there.
He's got that like natural padding. He'll walk around the parking lot around so He'll make like laps up and down.
Oh my
Reminds me
god.
of like I don't know if you guys remember when the EA SimCity 5 came out, and then everyone who's like really into city building games pointed out none of the like citizens of your city actually have a daily routine or a job or anything, and they all leave a home, go to a building, and then come home to a different random home at night. Like none of them have a specific place of living. I feel like that's that kind of thing where the NPC piling exists purely to create like a very shallow illusion of life, and then you look at it for more than a few seconds and it's like, I don't think this video game character is real, actually.
See you around.
The wave. God, if only you guys could see all the movements that we're doing. It's like,
I wanted to. That was. I was like, they're not gonna be able to see it, but I wanted to stand up and start walking around like a Skyrim NPC. You know?
God, I love those so much. You just shoot somebody in the absolute fucking head, and then they run around. What was that? Never should have come here. And then they run around for like a good few seconds with the music playing, and then they're like,
must be the wind.
must be the wind. With the arrow still in their head, they put their sword in their sheath, and then they walk back to their seat.
Must have been the wind with an actual just life-threatening injury still in their head. The most pain they've ever felt in their life, and they're like, must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Being an NPC actually doesn't sound all that bad, to be honest. Just not a Skyrim NPC. Maybe like an essential one. Actually, essential sounds bad too, because like then the player could just beat you like to death, and then they'll reload their save, and then you'll know. You know what I mean?
Do
you played an Elder Scrolls, right?
Now, here's an interesting question. If we lived in a video game, we were the NPCs, right? And if every thought we've had is actually just programming, if the player character reloaded, like beat you to death and then reloaded their save, would you know?
So I feel like the game from the player's perspective it implies that you wouldn't, but I feel like the NPCs do.
But it's almost like it's just your memory is wiped the moment it happens.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's just energy. I feel like you could easily make a movie about that, you know, like where the player does that and the NPC just, you know, there's one NPC that remembers. There's like some error in the code or something.
It's just Undertale.
I was going to say that's just Sam.
That's a good one.
Oh God, can you? But that's kind of an interesting question as well. Like, if that were real, and if you were that NPC the one who remembered when reloads happened, and when you literally watch one of your friends get shot for fun, and then they could just pop back up, and they don't remember, but you do.
Yeah.
What would you do?
God.
How would you cope with that?
I eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
The way this man has like a little black drawstring pouch. I don't know. Imagine it's for like his charging brick or whatever it is. The way he said, "I need a peanut butter and jelly sandwich," and he reached for that, I thought there was one in there.
Yeah.
In this little tech bag, I thought he was about to pull a full sandwich out of that shit.
Dude, that was NPC Vanta.
It's just there. I said I'd eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, as in that would be my response to seeing my friend get shot and then reloaded.
I don't know if you've seen Donkey's Starfield video where there's like an NPC who's just holding a sandwich, like they're not even eating it, and he's like, this guy's not eating a sandwich, and then suddenly he just puts it in his pocket. So he's keeping it in his pocket for later.
Keeping it in pocket is what we do.
I've had enough of keeping it real.
Did I tell you you could stop keeping it real, monkey boy?
You can't credit that Rosemi said that.
Yeah, Rosemi said that.
That's a direct verbatim quote from Rosemi.
That is literally a quote.
So sure, you watched Mario Party stream yesterday?
A bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just around the end of it, when I tuned in, it was like Vox, 1 star, Vanta,
Yep.
5 stars.
Once again. I mean, I have a serious question for you guys because
Okay.
Fuchan says I beat Mario Party once. I have no memory of this. To my memory, I have never once won a game of Mario Party in my entire life. I have been playing Mario Party on and off long since before I joined you. I think maybe on and off for about 5 years. I have never won a single time. Is it really that RNG heavy, or am I just so bad at the game?
It's mostly RNG.
I think it's mostly luck. Like probably like 80-20, you know.
In all fairness, we did pick party rules, which
true.
I feel has some sway on it.
Despite before the stream started, we were given party rules or pro rules.
Honestly,
We were all like pro rules, and Wilson's like party rules. We're like pro rules. He's like, oh, okay, party rules, and he picks party rules. Claude were like dumbfounded. It was like, what the fuck? You've received 2 votes and no votes for the alternative.
The craziest part is like within the VOD itself, you can literally hear us saying pro rules, and watch him in real time pick the fucking party rules.
Yo, but not gonna lie, the map that you guys were playing on, I played it on Pro Rules before. Once you go into that spinny island, you're done for.
The Bowser Island.
I'm gonna be real. That spinny island is a trap.
It's so
Really?
funny,
You
though.
should not go there ever.
Does the tide like take longer to change or something?
It's
You
because it's
just
2
waste
turns.
so much just space, rolls, everything. You just
Yeah, because this lucky space didn't really
like.
do anything for you.
I think the real the truth to Mario Party is just being able to board manip. Like just be at the correct part of the board at the correct time.
Yeah.
This fucking guy was literally.
I'm just
Every
skilled
time
at
the
that.
star moved, it was right in front of him. And then after he bought a star, he'd be able to move on to a shop, and he would then buy a golden pipe. And so he was just warping around the map, and then, as if it couldn't get any worse,
Yeah.
at the very end, on my little island that I'd been spinning on for 3 turns, the star spawns after my final turn of ended. I'm staring at it. Bowser is looking at it with his big eyes. He could theoretically reach out and grab it, but he's just... And then Vanta golden pipes. He teleports for 1 second onto my tiny little island and steals it right from under my nose.
And then
with
he
his final
fucking
turn.
leaves.
Yeah, so
And he
that's
fucking left.
Hey! I worked hard for that golden pipe. I worked hard for all my stars.
Items
This
OP.
man really dropped in, gentrified my tiny island, told me to work on my bootstraps, and just bounced. It was insane.
It's like, hey, I don't understand what you want me to do. I did my best.
Raise
Okay.
my fucking rent. I'm so pissed off.
Look, I did my best, okay? I was trying to work hard in that economy. I would, I would spend money to make sure that it would trickle down, and nobody appreciated me. What is it? I spent loads of money. I went to the volcano fucking twice, caused a bunch of golden Goombas to fall around. Nobody picked them up. So, of course, naturally, I picked them up because nobody else would.
This man is
On top of that, you also filed for marriage and soon after filed for divorce in order for lower tax rates.
He married Daisy, and then after maybe 20 years they divorced, and then she took the kids and half of his money.
Bro, it didn't work out. It wasn't my fault.
It didn't work out, but bro doubled his income. Like
She took the fucking kids. All right, I understand why he's so pissed off all the time now.
Hey,
He was just mad.
you want to know? What they say? Behind every great man is an even better woman. So she made me a millionaire, and then she dipped out. Clearly, she needed to go enhance another man's life, not
You
mine.
know what? Yeah, that's good for you. That's healthy.
You know, I moved on. I moved on. I moved on.
You moved on.
I'm on to bigger and better things, Rosalina.
What's so funny about that?
That's good for you. That's healthy.
That's healthy. It's fucking insane.
He's looking at it in a positive way.
Okay, I need to course correct for a second because this is driving me crazy, right? There are some more stills from the Minecraft movie release. Tell me this doesn't look AI generated to you.
Okay.
Like, tell me this doesn't look like an AI generated animation. Tell me that
Wait.
doesn't look AI generated.
That
That's
that?
actually like a shot from the movie.
Yeah.
This doesn't
No way, that's real.
feel
That-
real.
This is from a real
This
account.
is like a modded
This is
Minecraft
this is
world.
This is from like a movie news account. It's got plenty. It's no community note or anything.
Yeah. That. Yeah, okay.
Who
That
the
looks.
fuck is this kid?
That.
Yeah, who
wait,
is
who's
that?
that kid?
is Steve.
No.
Steve
Because
Jr.?
you know what I reckon that is? You know what I reckon that is? That is him when he was a kid.
Oh!
I reckon that's like a flashback
No
sequence.
fucking
I
What?
am
He-
Steve.
So my
Wait.
current theory for this movie is that it's fucking Jumanji. That's it.
Yeah.
So he got in the Minecraft world through like some fucking portal in the school or something, or whatever, in the janitor's closet or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And then he got there, and he's been there forever. Also, that looks like a modded Minecraft world. Like, what is that? That just looks like mods.
Wait, so is he like God in the movie? Because like, if he gets stranded as a kid alone, how the fuck is he fat? How the fuck did that happen?
Clearly he made a beef farm.
Like
He jumped for the beef.
a beef farm. The beef farm, is that what it is? Because I'm like, how the fuck do you get fat when you're stranded and alone
To be fair,
as a child?
I mean, to be fair, the actual strongest people on the planet are like the really kind of like muscular fat guys. Like,
Well,
you
I get that,
you
but-
know there's like Polynesian guys who have like the huge belly, but they can like pull trains and shit.
Yeah,
that's
classic.
not Jack Black fat. Like that's different. But
Yeah, of course, but-
Minecraft world, whatever, right? Then okay, we got another one. This looks AI generated.
What the fuck
that
is
diamond?
happening?
That's diamonds. The way that fire, like that looks purely like an AI image. I don't know, man. But then it's not because Jack Black, like that is definitely him. This is so bizarre.
That. How many fucking diamonds does he have? Okay, that looks so bad.
Dude, this
That shot looks so
Real.
bad.
Fake. That looks
Real.
so fake.
That looks so
That's
bad.
Hey, nah, that's not real.
That looks
That's-
green.
that's
That looks so green screened. Like, I know it's supposed to be, but it looks like way too green screen. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's the lighting.
I love this kid.
What's his name?
It is definitely the lighting, actually. Yeah.
What do you think his name is?
Alex.
Alex? He looks like an Alex. No, Alex is the girl, right?
Alex
Yeah.
is the girl. This doesn't. I don't know, man. I genuinely don't understand how this movie has come to like exist at this point. Like, other than the fact that it's like, sure, it's Minecraft, but like, I don't. Just from those screenshots alone, I don't understand how it hasn't been pulled yet.
It's bizarre, right? Like, video game movies have been on a bit of a generational run. Like, they've been improving a lot. I mean, most recently, we have Arcane Season 2. I've not seen Arcane, but I've heard nothing but, like, such glowing reviews. People say, like, this is
Yeah.
just
Season
top
1 was
3.
great.
One of my friends said, like, this is literally top 3 pieces of media I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
This is just so
That's
fantastic.
acclaimed.
And then we've got The Last of Us. We've got, I mean, even movies, like, they're not perfect, but they're still fun. Like the Mario movie, Sonic 3 coming out.
Man.
Then this feels like we're going back to like the 2013 Tomb Raider movie, or even further back, like the fucking like an Uwe Boll movie. You know, like
Mortal
House of the
Kombat.
Dead.
Oh my god.
Mortal Kombat. I mean, the 80s Mortal Kombat was good, but the
more
Street
recent
Fighter,
one
the
was-
modern one.
But
was not so good.
even then, like there's something so strange about that aspect of it, where it's like you have maybe like one or two like peak generational hits of like, oh, this is good video game media,
Yeah.
and then suddenly you get slapped with this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And in the similar vein, it's like you have the first Tomb Raider movie like way back. I believe in early 2000s versus the newer one in the 2010s. So it's like I just don't understand what happens, because clearly we can do these things very well. We can make good pieces of media, but it's just like, why do this now? Why do it in such a way, especially with such a big IP, to where it's like,
It's a huge
I mean,
I think it's simple.
huge budget. What do you think it is, Roy?
Money.
But you stand to make so much more money if you make something that is good.
Okay.
Like,
just to say it, guys, we've already seen what people with a lot of money that don't give a fuck about the IP that they're trying to create for can do. Marvel Phase 4 is full of complete and total garbage. The TV shows, garbage. The movies, garbage. There's like 3 good movies in Marvel Phase 4, and there's no good TV shows. Everything has been terrible.
okay, wait, list them off, because I genuinely don't know what's in Phase 4. Like I don't.
they had Eternals.
Eternals
They
was a flop.
Okay. Spider-Man No Way Home was great.
Spider-Man No Way Home was
That was
good.
excellent.
Guardians of the
Okay.
Galaxy 3 was good.
I've not seen it, but I've heard it was good.
Thor: Love and Thunder ruined Thor.
The screaming goat meme was not it.
What is it? Gosh, I'm trying to think. There was She-Hulk. Oh gosh.
I haven't seen She-Hulk.
What? I'm trying to think. Of. I can't. I feel like I wiped them all from my memory. I'm trying to remember each one.
See, the thing about Marvel Phase 4 is I feel like it's
WandaVision was not peak. Stop saying WandaVision was good.
Well, okay, no. I think WandaVision
That whole show was just character assassination. That's all it was.
No.
And then they expect us to give a fuck about it.
No, WandaVision was peak. WandaVision was peak.
Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 2.
I didn't like that either.
Absolute garbage.
Which one was that one?
Doctor Strange 2: Multiverse of Madness. I didn't like that film because I love WandaVision. You know, I felt like WandaVision gave Wanda's character so much depth, and then it just kind of like turned her into a maniac in Multiverse of Madness. And I was like, this kind of just feels like WandaVision didn't happen.
That's what I'm saying. It completely ruined WandaVision.
All right, so
WandaVision doesn't exist.
The thing is, I feel as though it's kind of a different ballpark because Marvel Phase 4, I understand why it struggled a bit because nothing like the Marvel Cinematic Universe has ever been done before.
True.
The fact that Phases 1 through 3 went from good to incredible and didn't really have any, apart from like Thor 2 maybe, didn't really have many truly bad movies was like kind of a miracle. And it makes sense that the narrative threads, especially after like such a strong ending in Phase 3, it makes sense that it kind of struggled to find its footing after that. I think that it's not really the same deal as, to me, the Minecraft movie. I think that it is a blank template for a kids movie that they have just inserted a Minecraft theme into. Like the plot has already been written 1,000 other times, and they've just added the Minecraft theme to it because they're like, well, this worked for this other franchise, so that's what we are going to do. And we will acquire director Jared Hess, who will do everything we producers tell him to do, and then we will simply, yes, I've calculated our profit margin will be rather high for this type of film, and then we shall move on with our lives. And, yes, and I believe the Beatles track well. We shall put the Magical Mystery Tour in the trailer. And I believe it shall do better if we add an epic remix.
I heard
it's
like incredibly hard to get the Beatles rights for stuff. Like I heard it's like really hard. I think it's the families that own the rights,
it varies.
Yeah.
Always the fucking families.
So apparently, like this is like showing that Microsoft probably paid a lot of money to have the rights for it because they're very picky about handing that copyright for things. So that's crazy to think about.
The thing about film budgets that often messes with me, though, is that sometimes I almost feel as though the budgets are so overinflated that a lot of movies will kind of hamstring themselves and kind of stop themselves from ever being able to make that money back. You know, like The Flash had a $200 million budget and an equal marketing budget, and that sounds to me like a fucking evil movie, you know. Like, and it was one of the biggest box office bombs of all time. I think it only made back like 150 million on the 400 million they spent. And then you have movies like one of my favorite horror movies from last year, Skinamarink, which had a budget of $10,000 and it made like something like 15-20 million because it was just a very ingenious kind of cult movie. And it's kind of bizarre, like, I don't understand why there needs to be such an excessive budget on these movies, you know, and it's so overinflated with CG. It almost feels like, to make it easy from a leadership perspective. Like whoever's leading the project just wants an easy time saying, all right, just we're just gonna CG that, we're gonna CG that, we're gonna do. Like if they don't want to plan anything, they have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars. And I think that's kind of where these things are. Imagine 10, $20 million movies or one $200 million movie. You know, I feel like you stand a lot more chance. This is why Blumhouse is doing so well. You know, the producers of those horror movies, they produced the FNAF movie. Like, their whole business strategy is putting relatively small budgets to a lot of different movies, and one hit will completely, you know, define their whole business model.
Speaking of the FNAF movie, I watched that very recently.
Oh yeah, what did you think?
I thought it was pretty good, honestly. The one part I did not like, that felt like was kind of weird and dragged on and kind of ruined the horror aspect for me, was when the part. Can I spoil it?
Has it been a year?
I'm asking you guys like if you're planning on watching it.
I don't plan on watching it.
I feel like it's fine.
Once again, the rule: if it has been a year, if a piece of media has been out for a year, maybe two, it is free game.
Oh, no Terasanji spoilers yet.
Yeah, no Terasanji spoilers?
No Terasanji spoilers. Claude is my son.
Damn.
My god.
Was that what you were saying?
The part of FNAF I did not like, that kind of ruined like the scary vibe for me, was like when they were like fucking having fun with the animatronics, like playing around, like making like a tent and stuff. And I was like, this is kind of ruining the scary part.
The thing
of
is,
the movie.
it's definitely not intended to be scary. And the thing about FNAF is my relationship with it. I love the whole fandom side of it, and I love, like, I don't know, just all of the goofy stuff. But for me, I'll always relate more to, like, the story of FNAF at its core is very tragic and very genuinely terrifying, you know. And there's a lot of set pieces in FNAF, like, you know, the whole Springlock suit thing that is genuinely very, very scary.
Yeah.
And I was kind of expecting them to make something that was a little bit scary. And so I think I now realize it's like, yeah, FNAF is mostly enjoyed by children. And so giving them a scene like that, I think that is the direction they wanted to go in. I personally would have preferred something that was genuinely pretty scary, but I also understand that they need to market it to... The thing is, though, is I feel like the draw of it, I guess with a movie it's difficult because TV shows and games, the most popular ones usually are the ones that are rated like 15 or 18 and over because anyone really, it's not that hard to get a hold of an 18 rated copy of something if it's something you watch at home. Like on streaming services, is there any age verification whatsoever?
No.
There really isn't. And this is why TV
really.
shows, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, you know, all of the biggest TV shows, Succession, all the biggest TV shows are made for adults because anyone of any age can watch them.
Yeah, it's
You know?
true.
Whereas movies, you need to you always get like ID'd at the door. So, you know, that's why the movie needs to be PG-13. I think a lot of the kids were drawn to FNAF because it was really scary for kids at the time. And then, you know, it's that kind of curiosity, you know, there's like, that makes them want to kind of search for it more. So if there was a FNAF like Netflix show, I feel like they probably would have gone a lot harder. But, you know, I understand.
What'd you think of Josh?
I thought Josh Hudson was pretty good.
Yeah.
Josh.
I thought Josh Hudson was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked him too. I think one of my favorite aspects from that movie, like again, I just know like surface level lore for FNAF, was like the dream world, seeing all the kids like lined up for the first time was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like the aspect of like him directly talking to them through his dream and stuff.
Yeah.
And like him like reliving his brother's kidnapping over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I like that part a lot. I think that was
Josh.
pretty cool. Yeah, Josh.
Josh. Oh my god.
Gosh.
I forgot about that. I
will
forgot
never
about your
call him Mike.
Josh moment. That's like my favorite thing that ever happened.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I thought Matthew Lillard was pretty good too.
He was pretty good. He was
Yeah.
really good. I wish the Springlock scene was more gory and it wasn't just him going, "Oh, ow,
Oh, and a little red,
Oh, my bones.
little red coming out, and yeah.
You know, he should be screaming his fucking head off. But you know,
I thought he was really scary when he was in the suit initially when he bonked him with
Yeah.
the robotic voice and everything. I thought it was actually pretty
was
scary.
good, like, he
and
was
then he
really-
took it off and it was like, "Ha, it's me, Matthew Lillard." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Like, Scoob,
Like-
I'm the man behind the slaughter, Scoob.
Scooby was the animatronic.
Scooby was Freddy Fazbear the whole time.
What'd you think about like another one of my favorite scenes is like actually when the guys like break in, the bad guys break in and stuff, and they get killed one by one. I thought it was
Pretty cool.
I think conceptually that was
Yeah.
really
Conceptually, it was cool.
Yeah.
I have a question. Why the fuck can Chica's cupcake fly?
and bite. I don't know.
The fact
Is
that,
that canon?
I literally jumped out of my skin because I was like, what is about to happen when the one burglar is in there and Chica is just staring as suddenly the cupcake flies into the screen
And eats
That
his
was-
face off.
Because
Yeah.
I was expecting a jump scare, but that is the last thing I expected to happen. I was like, the cupcake can do that?
Subversion.
I was like, you know, it's like, I think they just didn't know what to do with Chica.
Chica,
You know,
yeah.
how is Chica from over there going to get over there? It's a big chunking robot. And they're like, okay, the
Oh.
cupcake is shot like a fucking cannonball into the camera.
I always
and then
imagine
everyone
Chica would
freaks
just eat someone straight up.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's hungry. But no, the cupcake, and then the cupcake is the one, why can it fly? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
The
matter.
cooking
Children's
at the end
movie.
too was funny when it was like biting on his leg. I was holy fuck.
Anyway,
But,
FNAF
yeah.
movie, guys.
It was
FNAF
good.
movie. You
I
guys,
kinda
see,
enjoyed
you guys see any interesting pieces of art recently? Any games, movies you guys
Or
want
TV shows, maybe.
really want to share? Like, you know, something interesting?
TV show recently.
Mouthwashing.
Mouthwash.
Mouthwashing.
We all played.
I've played it, yeah.
We all played it, I think, right?
I think
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
not played it, but I know what happens.
Okay.
Because I have been spoiled by Twitter in the span of like a day.
It has a crazy following.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I am so confused because I did see one tweet earlier that was like, mouthwashing isn't real. This is the
They
equivalent.
said,
of,
I've
like-
never seen anything from the game. Like, they made it up.
Yeah, like it sounds crazy to think about, but it's like it's insane to see another like niche piece of media that is like has generated this cult following again. You know what I mean? Like, from time to time and again, there's always that one game that everyone is like, oh my god, have you played this? Have you played that? Do you like? Oh my god, you have to play. You have. It's so good, and it's crazy to think about because it's like we always have maybe like in these like 6 to 7 month sprints of like this game is awesome, and then suddenly Twitter blows up with just like every piece of fucking fandom like content that is just like,
Oh yeah.
okay,
Collective Jimmy hate.
yeah, everyone fucking hates Jimmy. Everyone wants Anya to be happy.
Daisuke favorite character.
Daisuke, soft, cute boy. Do you know what it is?
People love Swansea too, though.
It's Undertale.
It's the
But that's right. Like it is.
The same fandom's risen from the ashes. It has the character everyone is like, oh, this guy's a bastard. Jimmy, Flowey. It has the cute soft boy, Daisuke, Papyrus. It has the character, oh, they've suffered so much, I just wish they could be happy. Anya, Sans, like, same kind of thing,
Grumpy
same
old man.
genre of fan art, like, yeah, grumpy old man, you know, sort of, it's really this, and the same sort of, I almost feel like I'm stepping back into 2016 Tumblr, in a way,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
what it
Yeah,
feels
pretty
like.
much. Yeah.
It's crazy because like there's just so much content generated for the game, and even then the game's only like 2 hours long. It's not that hard to beat. So it's like it's crazy to think about. Like, I mean, granted, I would like to say that is just what good writing does for a game, especially.
I think so too, because because the whole thing is that both Undertale and Mouthwashing are excellent games. I mean, Mouthwashing, I played it, and I was like really blown away by how fantastic the writing was, how great the characters were, and just how well the writing like meshes with the game. The thing that I think Mouthwashing did so well, that I think it did so much better than a lot of other kind of short form horror games, there were no annoying sequences.
Yeah, I agree.
Like really, the closest we got was the horse monster stealth.
Oh yeah,
fight.
that was weird as hell.
But at the
Oh,
same
God.
time, that one didn't feel unfair. The moment I figured the mechanics out, it just took a little while to do, and then after that, you know the bit where you're running away from the giant like baby spider that's chasing you down the vents, and the fact that like that seemed like, oh, this is gonna be really annoying, but then the moment it gets you, you move on to the next section.
Yeah,
it's just there.
I appreciated that.
I think that the game has excellent pacing, and it moves through the different sections so well that I was never like annoyed at it. I never felt like it was wasting my time.
Unless they're directionally challenged.
Yeah. You might have that brief moment where you first get caught and you're, because if you get caught by the horse thing, it starts you over, and then you're like, oh shit, and then you get a little bit far, and then you're like, okay, thank God. Like it doesn't actually take much effort, but
Some of the animations I saw like on YouTube have like millions of views.
Yeah.
For a niche little horror game that is 2 hours long.
I think it's too late in the game to call this shit
It's
niche anymore. I'm gonna be
crazy.
honest.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because what it does, it sort of hits a really specific thing where what's so nice is small indie projects like this have the power to randomly blow up. You know, I mentioned Skinamarink earlier, like a $10,000 budget horror movie that has no characters' faces in it, and everyone just, you know, and it's like a super slow, almost more like an art installation than a movie. And because of the internet, because of like, you know, the success of analog horror, it blows up, and that movie it becomes incredibly successful. And not on the level of Mouthwashing, I don't think, but still very successful. And horror is more likely to do that, I think, than other things, because
I agree.
there's the draw to what makes it scary.
Yeah.
you know?
True.
You know what? I'm gonna say something crazy. I can see a possibility where we're gonna get a mouthwashing live action adaptation. I think it's possible.
I mean, it makes sense because the confined like sort of sets of the ship, I think would make for, you know, a limited budget, like would make it possible.
Yeah,
So I think that does make sense, but it's also true that it works best as a game, especially the shared perspective. Really, the intro where you play as Curly, sort of, you know, or you play as Jimmy, but you think you're playing as Curly, guiding the ship and crashing it.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's a really effective kind of way of, you know, and it only works with gameplay because
I don't think it works too well as a movie.
Use this to steer the ship. I'm trying to steer it away, and then it says no, you have to steer it this way, and like controlling your actions. I don't think that would translate very well at all into a live action adaptation.
Yeah,
The
the plot twist won't really hit as hard, and I don't even really think it's possible. If anything, a cult classic horror game that would more likely fit into a movie scenario, I think would be Lethal Company. Because you could interpret that in any kind of way.
The biggest
Jack
thing.
Black, The Rock, and Kevin Hart.
I mean, you know, I'm saying it would work better, you know?
It would have that.
I am a great asset.
No, but it's like because
No, come on, man. We've got to get this for the company.
it's moments like that because it's like I think specifically for Lethal Company it's because it's so open ended. There's no
Exactly.
like
You can tell any story.
yeah, like there's technically no real name to any of these characters. You can do literally anything with it. I think with Mouthwash in particular, the reason why gameplay I think works so much better is specifically is also the way that they handle the actual progression of the narrative itself, where they jump between those two perspectives.
Yeah.
Both, like after the crash, before the crash, and being able to switch between the two. And that I feel like can only be done from a video game perspective. I feel like
Definitely.
it's really difficult to do so in terms of actual like theatrics in that sense of jumping those timelines, but also there's an aspect of it that I'm like trying to put my finger on, but I just can't think of the right words for it. But fuck.
Does anybody want water or something?
I gotta do some
Yeah,
work.
give me some more Coca-Cola. Thank you. I think had it been a situation where the narrative was just entirely linear, I think it would have detracted from the narrative itself, though.
I think so.
I think
Yeah,
if
no,
it was in
it works
direct
on its own.
chronological, or just like, oh, pre-crash, crash, oh, crash happened.
Yes, I completely forgot about the non-linear
Yeah.
storytelling. I thought really.
Like, I think ultimately setting the stage, like, as, like, you crashed the ship, you fucked up, and showing the consequences of it, like, right in front of you from the start, I think was probably what set the tone for the entire game.
Yeah. Because literally at the beginning, I just immediately think, oh, man, why did Curly crash a ship? That's so weird, you know? Why do we do that?
The twist
Like,
was already at the beginning.
like literally, it was established from the beginning. How would that work in a movie? It just
And-
wouldn't. It just can't.
I think that the non-linear storytelling also benefits the pacing so much because the before and after the crash is such a drastic tonal shift, and you have like so many happy little moments before the crash, and then after the crash it is so bleak and dark and depressing that being able to jump back and forth between them means you have moments of levity and you have moments of happiness in with all of the dark shit. Whereas if it was all told in linear order, you would have a really kind of slow burning, oh, this is nice, and then a drastic tonal shift, and then the game is fucking miserable for the
Yeah.
last hour. And I just don't think that would have worked as well.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, and I think that's part of the respect for the medium and why I think a lot of people hate like anime video games, or not anime video games, well, I mean some of them are trash, but anime adaptations and video game adaptations, because mediums work in the way that they do because they are what they are. Giving you control over the situation makes video games work, and watching a spectacle is what makes movies and sometimes anime work. So oftentimes those mediums can't, transfer over to one another. So it makes sense why it doesn't transfer every time, especially in a very specific case like mouthwashing. So I think it just makes sense that it wouldn't work. But if it does get a big enough following, maybe what Wilson said could be true. I fear that day though.
What they did with like has anyone seen the Papers, Please short live action?
Was that a thing?
Like I
didn't.
There's a short live action of Papers, Please. It's like not the whole picture, obviously, but it's like it goes through like a couple of people. It's like one person you can go through, one person there's like my husband is behind me. Because, like they did like a short form thing. It doesn't cover the whole picture, obviously, but I mean the fans would eat that up.
Yeah, that's true though, because in the same vein, it's like that's the reason why I
let him through.
Oh yeah.
The seal.
Yeah, but it's
played
like
the game.
it's the same concept in terms of like why Cyberpunk Edge Runner is so well received too, because it's set within the universe of a game, but doesn't infringe on the original timeline or the original narrative that the game had already set out.
Yeah, it could be like another crew.
Yeah, and if anything, it's crazy because, or rather, it works so well because it's only additive to the universe that it's set in.
Yeah,
and it's in such a way that even then, within the game itself, you still find pieces of that and understand like this still did have some level of impact on the actual standing universe. This is like, or rather, because it's canon, it's like, oh, okay, this mattered.
Or
Or
it's after spoilers.
Buoyant iron ore.
But the story is told from Curly's POV after he gets
I was
From the cryo.
thinking of that. Yeah, he comes out of cryo. That would be interesting.
You think he was found?
Well, I mean,
Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
if
But
he was.
it's an if story.
Okay.
Well, knowing mouthwashing, it would be a drawn-out story of him like trying to get people's attention and tell them about what happened, with all of these injuries and stuff, and it.
Yeah.
Can he even talk?
No.
Perhaps
Well,
that's the
plot
story.
line.
He's trying to kind of do that, but then knowing the game, it would be. I don't know, like some delusion that he's having while he's in cryosleep, and in the end he's never found because they're drifting through space, and space is an impossibly large. I mean, the idea of traveling through space for almost a full year to deliver mouthwash to something.
Yeah, and then just like a detective seeing the artifacts of like a bunch of mouthwash bottles just on the floor, being like, "What happened?"
What happened here?
Do you guys have a piece of like media or like a game like world or movie world or a TV show world that like you think would be better if they made like a side story that has nothing to do with the main like area where it's from the fiction? For example, if you make like a Star Wars thing, it has nothing to do with the Skywalkers or whatever, or if you make something about Lord of the Rings but has nothing to do with Sauron, has nothing to do with Gandalf, but it's like its own thing and it's like own little corner, what would it be?
Dark Souls.
I love
Dark Souls?
I think Dark Souls could use a movie.
Like,
I
it
think-
has
sorry,
nothing
I've
to do
always
with
thought
the
this.
actual
I've
plot of
always
the
thought
game.
this.
Yeah, just connect it like
Okay.
a side story, because the way the game functions is that the world doesn't actually move on until the player character, the Chosen Undead, or the Reborn Ash, whatever character you're playing as, the Hunter in Bloodborne. The world doesn't actually move on until the player character does anything. But I would love to see a movie about, or a TV show about one of the characters that just fails, one of the many that try their best and they ultimately don't succeed. I feel like that would be really interesting to bring a lot of life
That's
into the
why
world.
I love. Oh my God, what is it? What's the side Star Wars story? I forgot the name of it.
Rogue
Something-
One?
Rogue One. I liked Rogue One a lot because I felt like it really was like these guys that we don't really think of, but they did something so significant, and then they won, but at the same time they failed. I really like that aspect a lot of like, yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys seen, like, there's like these Pokemon like spin-offs where they show everything through the POV of Ash's Pikachu.
No.
I haven't seen that. What?
No.
There's
What?
spin-offs of like Pikachu's like summer vacation or whatever. They just go to like a island. Ash is not there. None of there's like literally none of the humans are there, and it's just a spin-off of Pikachu and the gang. And like seeing that POV where it's like you can see how like they each interact and how Pikachu is kind of like the leader of the bunch, it feels like. And just seeing like in the POV like the main Pokemon storyline is like Ash is a Pokemon trainer, wants to be strong, wants to be all that, but just a spin-off where it's just like random day Pikachu goes on a vacation, just fights random Pokemon for fun.
It's kind of cool.
And Charizard gets stuck in a hole.
What?
That's an actual
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Crazy detail.
And they're like, oh no, Charizard's stuck in a hole. Yeah, that was Pikachu's summer vacation. They did like a winter vacation too.
I remember the winter one.
They meet Santa.
Yes, I remember this
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know why I have a very vivid memory of like that, the Christmas one specifically. Though.
Yeah, and his Psyduck just like shakes a champagne bottle. Like the only one time booze ever shows up in Pokemon, I think.
Santa is canon in the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
So Santa
real?
is real, in fact.
He's
That
real
is
Pokemon.
real.
But the interesting touch they do is that they don't actually show the faces of the humans. They never show up.
It's like Skinnamarink. Oh, that's good.
You see their like their feet, but it's like Pikachu height, so you don't see none of it.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
It's always really funny to me, like the amount of movies and TV shows that have like a random Santa appearance, as though it completely makes Santa a real character. Like one of my favorites is in the Chronicles of Narnia, and how like the book in the Chronicles of Narnia, the book, it's like a very much a children's story.
Yeah.
And so Santa turning up makes sense, but when they made the Disney movie, the adaptation, yes, it's more of a young person friendly one, but it's still a Lord of the Rings-esque
Yeah.
fantasy war epic and all that kind of stuff with politics and with like war camps and with you shall die and all that. And then one day the kids are walking around and fucking Santa Claus is there. And they're in a field, and Santa just lands, and he's like, Merry Christmas, here is your sword. And he gives them their weapons of war that they use, like a magic
That's
wand
in
and
the
a
movies?
bow. And yes, in the Narnia movies, Santa Claus
I gotta
is a
look that
canon
up.
character in the first one.
That's
From
so
mine, I've
funny.
not seen Voyage of the Dawn Treader, but I've seen Prince Caspian, and Father Christmas doesn't turn up in that. So I think Father Christmas just shows up in one, and then he's never seen again.
But
That's
it's
so
Santa
wild.
Claus, NIJISANJI.
Oh my god! You're telling the truth!
Did you not believe me? Did you not believe me?
Dude, it's so hard to believe. I'm sorry. It's real! He shows up!
I feel like Santa Claus would be insanely, like, brokenly overpowered in any university he's in. I don't know why. I think I'm just used to Marvel version of Santa
There's
Claus.
that fucking movie
What is
Red
Santa
One
Claus?
coming out where Santa gets kidnapped and The Rock and Chris Evans have to
Oh
escape.
yeah, I've seen
What?
that.
I've not seen.
It-
I don't think I've seen movie trailers
It's
recently.
bombing pretty hard at the box office, but I saw the trailer.
No
when I went to
way.
go see Transformers 1, I saw the trailer for that, and I was like, this actually is pretty funny. Like, I just couldn't stop laughing at how absurd it kept getting. I was like, okay, so J.K. Simmons is Santa, that's pretty funny. Okay, The Rock is here, that's pretty funny. Okay, so this is like an action movie, that's kind of funny. And then there's a anthropomorphic, on his hind legs, talking polar bear. And I was like, I don't know, that kind of broke me, honestly. And I was like, you know what? I would see that. It sounds pretty funny.
Santa for NIJISANJI.
Santa for NIJISANJI.
Who would get Cole in NIJISANJI EN?
Who would get called?
Yeah, and who would get a present?
I think everyone's on the nice list.
Everyone?
Let's be honest, guys. Everyone's been doing so well. I think everyone. You know who would get fucking Cole? Luca Kaneshiro.
Yeah, you would.
After everything that he has done to everyone, especially to me, if I was Santa, I would be putting Cole in that man's stocking. I'm gonna be so honest with you. He needs to learn to be
No,
nice.
it's okay, but he'll be like, Pod, Cole.
Cole, I get to power my furnace. dude.
Guys, what did I get coal?
guys, when did I get Cole?
I thought he was gonna say me because of yesterday. He was gonna say.
Yeah, let's pick up Cole, starts chucking it at people's heads.
If he throws that coal at my head, I'm killing him. I'm gonna be honest. If that's like my one prank I get to do on him is I put coal in his stocking. If that comes back to bite me and I get like a head injury, it's over for him. I'm finding him as soon as I get out of the hospital.
Oh my god.
But like what? What feats of if we're gonna power scale Santa based on like Dragon Ball rules, what powers does Santa have?
Light speed.
He's got to be able, like, I guess borderline omnipresence because he needs to deliver presents to
Yeah.
every
And
single
I know,
one
well,
on
also
Earth.
conceptually, like you would have to know literally everything of like, oh, this kid is good.
Omniscient.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I think you'd be good as like King Kai, probably.
King Kai, bro. Real?
Yeah.
The world has about
Only King Kai?
So
Yeah,
according
only
to
King Kai.
Google, as of 2023, the world has about 2.3. As of 2021, the world has 2.3 billion houses.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Oh,
real,
Santa's
dog.
fucking Gucci.
I think Santa's busted. He's strong as hell. I think he's fast as hell, and I think he knows everything about you.
So
I-
he
he
knows
knows when
your
you're asleep.
weaknesses immediately.
I
And
think he's strong. I think he's like one of the strongest.
Could he beat Goku?
Like up there with Beerus and Whis.
But what combat does he have? Because Santa, he's loving. You know.
You
all
know,
he does is scare.
what's this Tekken character? Oh my god. Is it Dan? Is that his name? No, that's Street Fighter.
No, not Dan.
The-
Wait,
running over grandma.
Describe them. Describe them.
Hold on. Tekken characters. I forgot
Just
his name.
describe what they look like.
Yeah.
I know the roster fairly well. You can just describe it to me.
From who?
He's blonde and he's really big.
Who?
Okay.
Oh,
From who?
King?
No.
He's Tiger. Why is it King?
Oh, you're talking about Tekken. I was like, I don't know this.
He's
blonde,
7.
blonde and really big.
Blonde and really what?
Yeah. Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah, you would be Bob. You would have Bob's moveset.
That makes sense. Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob is just fat guy fighting style. No, that makes sense. But like,
He really would.
I guess the sleigh is kind of like a weapon. You know. you
Yeah,
can kind of
grandma.
like, you know,
Grandma
ram
got
people.
run over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Oh god, that's so sad.
But did she die?
Did she die? No.
She is not dead. He does kidnap her because he ran her over.
Ah, I see. I mean, hey, man was lonely.
Oh man, but I challenge that. I feel insulted that you would raise a comment against the sanctity of Santa Claus's marriage to Mrs. Claus.
Damn.
Oh, does she like exist in every
Mrs.
universe?
Claus is a happily married woman
and Santa Claus loves his wife dearly.
Yeah.
And he works very hard, but he spends, he is only away from his wife one night a year. And the rest of the year, he spends a lot of time taking care of his wife. I refuse to believe that Santa Claus would ever cheat on Mrs. Claus.
Within the Saint Nick cinematic universe, Mrs. Claus is canon.
She exists in everyone. I didn't know that. Didn't know that.
What do you understand?
What do you mean cinematic? It's real.
It's
Yeah,
real.
it's real.
As adults, as grown adults,
Mhm.
with our own rights and freedoms, nothing is stopping us from believing in Santa Claus. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, you can
I
choose to believe that he exists, and the only reason he doesn't bring you presents is because you're not a kid anymore, and he needs to bring presents to all the
Children
wide-eyed
now.
children of the world. And you, as an adult, have the power to get, to get yourself presents and to spend time with other people who'll get you presents. But you can believe that he exists. Nothing stops you from doing this. Only the power of your own faith.
God, that's so funny because I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've had this conversation a lot. I don't think I would let my kids believe in Santa because I got you those fucking presents. I'm not giving credit to any fucking fat white-haired bitch. I don't give a fuck. I bought you those presents, motherfucker.
I want to take his name out of your fucking mouth.
Insane.
Take Santa's
bought you those
name
gifts.
out your fucking mouth. Listen, I have two fears when it comes to raising my kids and whether or not I tell them Santa is real. If I tell them Santa Claus does not exist, not only do I kill a little bit of whimsy in them, because you are annihilating so many Christmas movies for them. So many Christmas movies are based on Santa Claus. And kids love Christmas movies so much with the assumption that Santa Claus is real. They will watch those Christmas movies and it will be so much more involving for them because they believe they're learning about a real character, And not only that, I don't want my kids who, if I tell them Santa Claus isn't real, I don't want them going to school and telling other kids that. Because what if their parents are saying, hey kids, Santa's real, and then that kid is really like, oh my god, yay, Santa's real, he's gonna bring me presents, and then my asshole kid goes to school and is like, no, don't you know Santa's not real, dork, and then that kid cries, and he runs home, Santa's not real, and then, that's just gonna make me sad.
Tough fucking nuts.
Well, okay, no. Okay, that also kind of fucking sucks because at that point in time, you are now sending your kid to fucking school with that level of fucking cynicism in first, second grade, being a fucking asshole.
I want to take my 3-4-year-old kid and say, listen, kid.
Wait, why do you sound like a ghoul?
To be that miserable, I imagine I must be a chain cigar smoker.
Listen, kid, Santa Claus not fucking real. I got you those fucking presents, alright? You go to school, don't let any other kids buy into that nonsense.
And then they go, and yeah, that kid immediately is like, what I am told to bring out the whimsy of my inner child is not real, and I am being lied to simply because adults feel that I am stupid enough to believe what I tell them. I don't want my child to believe that. I want my child to go into the world believing this is a wonderful, magical place where there's a big fat guy with a beard and a red suit who runs around and gives everyone presents simply because he is a lovely, lovely man.
There's so much other fucking whimsy in the world, dog. They'll be fine.
But Santa Claus is so... Wouldn't you, like, what about you? Did your parents tell you that Santa Claus is real?
No.
Well, I'm sorry that...
I didn't have parents,
All right.
Fox. I didn't have parents, Fox.
All right.
They were not present during my birth.
Okay.
No more.
I never had the opportunity to believe in Santa Claus. He didn't bring me shit.
I'm so sorry.
He didn't bring me shit.
I wasn't aware of that. I'm so sorry, Vanta. But what I'm realizing is I think that you have a lot of repressed Santa-related trauma from your childhood, and I think you want to take that out on other kids. I think that because you were never given the opportunity to believe in Santa Claus when you were little, you don't want other kids to have that opportunity. When instead of the mindset of I suffered and so should they, how about I suffered and I'll work hard to make sure that no one else has to suffer in the way that I did? How about you be the change you wish to see in the world?
No.
You would be the main character in a comedy Christmas movie where you want to prove so badly that Santa's not real that you go to the North Pole and then you get so fucking pissed when you find out that he's actually real. And then you kind of want to kill him.
The craziest part, the craziest part is he's not even like, oh my god, he's real. It's, oh fuck, he's real.
God, Santa's real.
God, fuck.
You know what that is?
God damn
That's
it.
those flat earthers who will go to the point on the earth where it's like, okay, so we have these two cameras, right? And if the earth is curved, this beam of light we're going to shoot should appear in this part of the camera. So the earth is flat, guys, it's going to appear here, and then it appears in the part where it would appear if the earth was curved. And they're like, oh, we must have set it up wrong. No, that doesn't work,
In the chat,
What did Bruce say?
he said it. Sorry, but yeah, fuck Santa.
Hey.
Why is everyone so
I'm
unreasonable?
saying.
No, guys, we should make Santa 2.
Why do we need to replace Santa 1? What's wrong with Santa 1?
Okay.
It's an overused like concept at this point.
No, sorry, it's because he's going to fucking kill Santa.
Okay. How about this? How about I tell my kid I'm Santa, and that I say, shh, it's a secret.
But that's fine. That's fine.
How about that?
That's
How about
what
that?
A lot of parents do that.
How about I'm Santa?
A lot of parents.
Is that better?
If on Christmas all you do is like wear a beard and say like, ooh,
The Grinch.
You know.
All right, fine.
You know, that's actually very sweet, because can you imagine being Vanta's kid to go to school and then all the kids talk at Santa, he's like, Santa's my dad. And they'd be so excited. They'd be so excited.
One kid's gonna say, "No, he's my dad." What?
And then suddenly they're going to think that you're
Oh.
I have to kill that dad.
that you're like a
I
crazy
have to
bigamist.
No.
They're gonna, you're a crazy bigamist with multiple families.
Yeah, I was gonna
across the
say
world,
that.
That you've just been like leading a double life on like whoever you choose to marry, and then you're, you know, and your kid's like, are you his dad too? What's going on? It's like, no, he's lying. He's lying.
He's
lying.
He's not telling the
I'm the
truth.
real Santa.
Oh,
It's a very sweet idea,
You know,
but too easily disproven.
what my parents told me was they were Santa's helper.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
that's
like
really
they
good.
weren't actually Santa, but they were.
Like I'm assigned to this house. I'm Santa's helper. I'm assigned to this
Yeah,
house.
you're an elf.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You're an
it's
elf.
perfect.
Pretty much.
Perfect. We've got it. We've
Right?
got it.
Small
My
town.
kid's whimsy will be
That way,
saved.
you can take credit for the present while still preserving the whimsy of Santa being real.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay,
There's
the Bringer
always-
household is safe. Okay,
there's
that's
always
fine.
I love just the innate like childish urge to be like, my kid needs to think I got him the present. Like I need my kid
Yes,
to
that is-
believe that I personally got him the present. Instead of just I want my child to have a very happy Christmas, it's I want my child to be grateful to me specifically.
Hey, it's not even about. It's not even like I obviously I want them to have a happy like Christmas, but yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I get it. It destroys the whimsy if I let them know, but at the same time, I want them to be grateful to the right thing, if that makes sense. Not, even if it's not necessarily me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess at the same time, attributing something to whatever and saying thanks can help with gratefulness in children. I feel like that's a very important thing
I
to be
feel,
good at
I
as a
feel
kid.
like
Parenting
building up
101.
that idea of graciousness should not be exclusive to just Christmas. You know what I mean?
Well, of course. I'm just saying it contributes, you know? It's going to be weird, though, when we end up not having chimneys anymore. And it's like, they're going to be like, how do you get into the house? I'm going to be like, I break in. I don't, what the fuck?
Santa, we're
go
gonna
to
have
the
to
back
invent
door.
some
Your
technology.
dad left the door
related
unlocked.
thing.
Yeah,
When there are no chimneys anymore, oh god, I don't want to think about not being able to
Yeah,
roast
Santa
chestnuts.
bypasses the ring doorbell.
What's the canon?
Every ring
explanation?
doorbell
He goes down your
recognizes
chimney
Santa's
at night.
face and auto
Yo,
unlocks the door.
The higher ups at Ring, you should install a Santa like AI like overlay.
Yeah.
Yo.
Santa detector.
That would
Although
go
it's
so
like
hard.
Santa facial recognition. It's like, oh, Mr. Claus, please right this way, and it
That
lets
would
him
go
right in.
so hard.
Santa's gonna have to like tap into the Bluetooth and he's got like a Bluetooth signal on his sleigh. That just
I
immediately
instantly
lets him
thought
in.
of just like the 0.5 fisheye lens of just a guy.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus has to go press the ring doorbell and
Yeah,
just
it's the
lean in.
reindeer sniffing at the camera, be like,
That's so good.
That's crazy. I don't want to believe that there's a world without chimneys. Like something about that makes me really.
Is
sad.
that not a thing now? Like,
I think
have they been
chimneys
phased
are
out?
going out of fashion.
I mean, in America, I feel
Yeah,
I
like.
or
think
like
with
if
new
you-
builds, yeah, but like I like having a fireplace.
I'm about to say, aren't they linked to fireplaces? I feel like a lot of homes don't have fireplaces nowadays.
I don't. Are fireplaces like still popular in Europe?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of homes, at least in the UK, a lot of homes are like very, very old.
Yeah, they're
And
fucking
so,
old.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, but I think a lot of new builds probably. I mean, I think plenty of a lot of people have new build houses in the UK, and a lot of them have fireplaces.
Oh, yeah.
But I think obviously apartments, big tower blocks are obviously not going to have fireplaces, which is a
Yeah.
big shame. I don't have a fireplace, but it's just, I don't know. It's just going to make me sad. The idea that we're building
Yeah.
houses without a warm fire in mind. It's like an electric fireplace. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. Little whimsies like that are completely gone. A lot of people don't even really care about having a fireplace. A lot of people just want to be able to have a house in the fucking first place,
That's true.
Like that's the dream. Like the fact that you can go on Twitter and see posts of Gen Z kids and like Gen Alpha kids fantasizing about having like an apartment and being able to afford groceries is hilarious.
That
So,
is a.
but it's also very sad. It's incredibly sad. But
Everyone for Christmas. Yeah, can you imagine how tragic it
Santa,
would be?
can I get a house?
Santa, can you pay my rent?
Christmas for Santa this year. Can I have groceries for the week? Santa, can I please survive in this economy? Santa, can I not have to work my second job this week?
Santa, can you please get rid of woke? Please! Please!
I yearn for an apartment.
I can't say anything anymore, Santa!
That was like the most deranged, unexpected thing I've
What
ever.
the
We were
fuck?
to say such general stuff, and then it's like Santa, please destroy the world.
Please destroy the woke.
Fucking Elon Musk is gonna be there writing down his Christmas list this year. It's fucking crazy.
That's insane.
My God.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You can't say that. I was kidding. That's a
He's
joke.
kidding. He's
I'm
kidding. You know
kidding.
Wilson
I
doesn't
am
want it.
role playing as a deranged person.
Wow.
He's rolling.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna get us
Dang, I
canceled.
should
It's
use
Wilson's
that
turn
every
this
time I
episode.
say
You know
something
what?
weird.
The Grinch would write, "Please get rid of woke" on his Christmas list to get Santa cancelled.
The Grinch would actually do
The
that.
Grinch would try to get Santa cancelled. The Grinch would release fake screenshots of Santa to try and get him cancelled, and that's how he would destroy Christmas.
That
That
actually
would
would be
make an
kind of
interesting
funny.
comedy movie, to be
Yeah,
honest. Of,
like a
Santa
modern-
going through like
Oh,
a
God.
media circus to try and get uncancelled, and him doing. But he's like old and he doesn't really get how it works.
She has to hire a PR
He
agent,
said,
and that PR agent is Kevin Hart.
Uki said, if Santa can gift me the will to live, then I'll believe in his ass. Okay.
The will to live.
The will to live.
The will to live is yours to decide to have. I know it's tough, but sometimes these things have to come from within. Speaking of the will to live, have you guys seen that Jack Black movie where the kid tries to write a letter to Santa, but he spells it wrong and he writes it to Satan?
Oh,
Satan
yes.
with Jack Black. Oh, yeah.
Surprisingly, Jack Black turns up and not Rosemi, but but like honestly, even though everyone's kind of been having Jack Black fatigue this year, it actually looks kind of funny. Because the whole point of the movie is that Jack Black is Satan and he turns up, and his whole point is, I'm going to corrupt the soul of this kid so that I can turn him into like one of my minions. But the kid is so genuinely pure-hearted and good-natured that it just doesn't work. And he starts actually making Satan into a good person, which is just, for a Christmas movie, that's what I need. I need something that's that sweet that you can. I mean, I know Satan and she is a good person, but in the world of this movie, that's like a really sweet thing. I would love to see that, to be honest. I think that sounds nice.
Uki just sends.
Vox, shut your fuck.
Vox, shut your fuck. Why don't you come and do it for me, bitch?
Ooh. Drama on the live podcast.
Drama!
Ooh.
Let's get right into the news.
Well, okay, I guess you gotta come here now to settle the beef on the podcast. It's confirmed.
You guys completely off topic.
Yeah, what?
I can't stop staring at this thing.
Are you on fucking Amazon?
It's a
that is like a full blown that's got to be huge.
It's a Zoom Live Track LA podcast recorder, battery powered digital mixer and recorder. I've been staring at this thing for like way too long.
Can I? How much is that? It's got to be pretty expensive, right?
It's
Oh yeah, Uki's coming.
That's not for something of
It's
that.
cheaper than a Goxelar.
That's not so bad for something of that size. Like, it's a lot to describe the setup we have right
That's
now, guys.
gigantic.
Every time there's an off collab, I'm like, I want this.
Right. For those listening at home, we have a very scuffed mic setup right now. We
Oh, yeah.
have 3 different microphones all plugged in. So we have so Vance is on an XLR microphone coming out of a Go XLR. Me and Shu are kind of closest to a USB Audio Technica mic, which is mine, and then Claude and Willie have like a Blue Yeti.
Yeah.
And they're all just plugged into the laptop with like, I imagine, different EQ, different noise gate, different compression.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
let's test it out. Hi, this is mic number 1. And this is mic number 2. And this is mic number 3.
Which is your favorite?
I
1, 2,
saw,
or 3?
in my mind's eye, I saw 3 Ike Evelins turn up. This is mic number 1. This is mic number 2.
You smell. You smell.
What the heck?
One comment,
You
Claude.
smell.
Claude using a Blue Yeti. I know he's
Mic
upset.
1 is best. Let's go,
Yeah, they
mic
really like
1.
Mic 1 or 3.
One.
That's what they say.
Yeah, the funniest part is I actually I always keep whenever I travel, I always have an SM57 on me.
So I do have my mic just in case, but I don't have my interface at all, so I can't
Yeah,
use it.
so I think we should all just agree to all have a random dynamic mic in a stand, and then I'll bring the freaking thing.
This is genuinely a very good purchase. Like, you know, if there are lots of people around for like something like this, just being able to have, what is that, 6 inputs? You can have 6 microphones.
You
going
could
at
have
once.
6 inputs plus a 3.5 millimeter.
Yeah, everything else
Or an
is
extra
quarter
two.
inch.
And you can sort of balance the audio, and then imagine, you know, we like, I think, what is it, the podcast is like the SM57. You know, you get that set up, and then you just kind of SM7B. That's it. And then you kind of just set them up, and everyone's on the same.
I mean,
really,
this
I'm
one's
just-
good too, honestly, and it's cheaper than the SM7B.
I'm just.
I feel like it's at a point where the MP7 is a lot better
The
value.
MB7
I'm
is
just
solid.
believing, like, looking at this setup, I'm just like, you know what? I enjoy the setup of doing this podcast in this way. I would love it if it wasn't so much technical scuff every morning. You know, this morning,
Yeah.
like 7:30, getting up and like trying to set all these laptops up and everything like that. I mean, real rise and grinder hours per day. It's
True.
kind of crazy.
For real.
I mean, we talked about doing this before actually coming to Japan, and funnily enough, I had bought the stand that I'm using for the travel because I was like, I'm gonna need a mic stand for my microphone. But I almost bought a travel podcast mic where it stands on the fucking floor and it goes up. You can extend it up, and then it has like another long arm that like you would connect the mic to, like an actual proper like travel arm.
That would be
I
sick.
almost bought that. I almost bought that, but I was like, that's too fucking much for this trip, and I ended up just buying this more simple
I
stand.
wish we had that. Like,
I mean, maybe in a better
I'd love to
environment.
invest in a proper setup because being able to do this more often. I think,
Oh, yeah.
I think
Yeah, this would be
cool.
great, you know. And then maybe in a different world when we're like actually living together, and then there's like a streamer house,
yeah.
like we would have that, you know.
I don't want to think about a streaming house because I don't want to believe in a world where I'm going to resent you guys. 'Cause I just know, to be fair, I feel like for me, my living habits would probably get on people's nerves quite quickly. It's the sleep talking, it's the me forgetting stuff, me very often leaving doors unlocked kind of thing. Like that's a problem for me. I tend to leave front doors unlocked fairly often.
Man's not allowed to. Yeah, especially if we're living in a not great environment. Oh
Right,
God.
right, we're living like
Oh,
a dodgy
dude.
neighborhood, and it's something I'm like, guys, I'm going out there. I'm going out at 3 a.m. to go get food. The fuck you are? I'm coming with. I'm gonna lock the door after you.
God, that would be something special. I don't know.
Okay, there's also like these like USB mics that you could just like all plug into one computer and it still works.
Yeah.
That would also be good. It depends on the number of USB ports, and also getting a USB extension thing that doesn't blue screen your laptop immediately.
Yeah.
True.
Hey guys, just saying.
Yeah, but
maybe in the
that
future
blue
we're actually
screen
gonna upgrade our setup. Maybe if we ever do this again in person, I think it'd be cool
An
to have like
upgraded
an actual setup.
Yeah.
I don't know about doing it every morning, but
I mean, hey.
I mean, we're only doing this every morning because of the duration of this trip.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I think typically we would not be doing this every day. It's literally just a way to like regulate our sleep schedule so that we're forced to go to bed early, get up at a decent hour. That's all it is.
I mean, stop us yesterday. Yesterday we was like we did go to bed at like what? When did the Mario Party collab end?
It was like 11 something, like 11:30.
It felt like it ended at like. past
Yeah,
midnight
like
for me,
I don't know.
honestly.
I was so tired after
I
that.
was
Yeah,
so
no,
dead on
I was
that.
tired before, so.
Yeah.
You could, like I remember I was feeling sleepy before it started, and then by the time it ended, you could hear me on stream. I was like, "Hey, God!" Wow. The fact that I just chose to spin in circles as Bowser at the end because I literally had no other choice. I used my double dice to just keep spinning.
that
faster.
one turn where we had like 3 versus matches.
Oh my God!
Oh
The fact
my
that there were
God.
2 mini games on my turn and I went first, and then Claude, who went second, also had a mini game. So we had like 4 mini games total in one turn.
Yeah.
That turn didn't fit, and one of them was like the ally mini game, I think. So it just went on.
There's like 4 extra
Yeah,
minigames on that
it's
one. Oh, yeah,
long.
dude, it's so brutal.
Mario Party Jamboree. I mean, I only played 1 game.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
It is-
So far.
I think it's me personally. I think it's much better than Superstars. It's
Oh, yeah?
really fun.
I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
I like the game variety compared to Superstars, but I do think this Jamboree has to be played in shorter turns. Like I think it has to be 10 turns now because 15 just felt way too
Yeah,
long.
it felt really long. The ally game.
buddy,
like,
yeah.
the
The ally
game's
thing is really
so-
OP. Allies are so
Yeah.
strong in that game.
It's the fact that they leave after a couple turns is good as well. I guess I don't
Yeah.
know. One, I just want to keep playing it because I want to know what it feels like to win. It's never happened for me yet.
Have you played the Battle Royale mode?
No.
There's a Battle Royale mode.
What?
Isn't it like the one where you have like 20 players?
Yeah. something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh
We-
yeah,
we
yeah,
can
that's
play-
yeah.
Can we do that online? Can we get
Yeah, I
like...
think when we
Yeah,
go back home, I
that
think
was
we
that
can.
was what we were supposed to do during Luxnock. You were there.
Oh, right. We were supposed to have like 20 people there.
We can do that.
Or it's up to 8 for online.
Up to 8
friends,
of
yeah.
online.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, man.
So we could do it. We
So
could
there
just
is
get
the potential
yeah.
for a 20-person Mario Party off collab.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow,
But
that's insane.
it's kind of weird logistically because apparently it's like
You
multiple
can't.
systems.
I don't think you can make a.
yeah, you
lobby
can't make
with
you
20.
can't make custom lobbies for it in a way. So you basically have one switch. You have 4 people that get queued into a lobby of 20 people.
Right.
So it's like a per system thing.
Interesting.
So we need to get multiple switches for 4 people each,
And
until we
then
get 20.
queue them at the same
Queue
time.
them at the same
We
time.
basically have to stream snipe each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think we can manage that.
That
Uh,
Loki
yeah,
sounds
Show
kind of
up-
ass
if we,
in a
like,
stream
show
setting.
up to the to the studio a little early, like a few hours early, and we just start trial and erroring all the different Switch systems. And then we just keep doing it until we're in a match. Quit out if we're not in the right one, and then we get them in the right one. And then whenever that is, we just start.
Speaking of doing something like that, I had an idea. I think
Oh.
I'm sharing for. I don't know if I'm sharing this for the first time on stream. I don't know. I've had this idea for a while of doing a double dash tournament for EN, but it needs to be in person. So the idea is like,
A LAN party?
yeah, a LAN party. So the idea is like to buy multiple. It's like what, up to 12 people in total for double dash, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So like,
12?
I think so.
12?
But like 2 of them are in one cart, so it's like 6 carts in total, in teams of 2. Right? I think that's how it is.
The
in Double Dash.
GameCube controller, there's only 4 ports.
Yeah, but we would get That's the thing. We would get multiple GameCubes, and it can do this. The GameCube can do this. There is a cable you
The
can
link-
attach
Oh my gosh.
all
I haven't
GameCubes
thought
together
of it.
to have a full
I haven't
lobby.
heard that in such a
Yeah,
long
you
time.
can do that. It's possible.
Yeah, LAN
So
party.
I was thinking, I would actually buy. I think it's 4 GameCubes. I would need to buy with
Brother.
4 cables and like 12 controllers or whatever, and we could actually just do a big off collab double dash.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Here's the caveat.
How much
right?
do
I'm gonna
GameCubes
tell you
run?
what I can tell you what we have to do.
Brother?
Tell you what we have to do. If it's teams of 2, like Double Dash, if it's 2 players, for 1 cart,
yeah.
what we have to do is do it in 3D, and we need 2 chairs back to back. And whenever you swap your character, you have to physically swap.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I can
so
buy that.
good. I like that a lot.
It's like
Yeah,
musical
yeah.
chairs. That's the only way I
Yes.
could like. That is comedic potential on another scale. Because also remember, GameCube controllers have wires. Everyone will be falling over, and there will be a trip hazard.
Wii
It will be great.
brutes.
You can get them wireless.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's wireless
Wii
GameCube controllers.
brutes.
Yeah, there
I
are
didn't know
indeed
that.
wireless
Yeah.
ones.
I didn't know that. Okay, that's actually a lot better. I thought about getting like some safety mats out in case someone fell over. From, like,
Someone
tripping over
tripped.
a GameCube controller.
Or put your controller down and then switch, and then you get the new controller.
I
That
guess
was-
if the cart is on one controller, then yeah, you put it down and then immediately you swap
Yeah.
over. Hi, I'm Daisy. Waluigi time. Hi, I'm Daisy. Waluigi time. Hi, I'm Daisy. Waluigi time.
Pretty much. Or it could be like every lap you have to switch, maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can also choose to switch whenever you want.
Mhm.
And so your team could be swapping like every 5 seconds and you'd just be doing cardio the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an idea I've had for a while. I think it'd be fun, like, to do that in person.
Mm.
I just think Double Dash has like a lot of potential for very, very fun off collab. So yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, that's an interesting question as well. What is the peakest off collab idea that you can think of? Let's say bar no limitations. If you had everything set up and if everything was taken
Like
care of.
unlimited budget, we can do whatever we
I would
want.
say not unlimited budget, something that we have the chance to actually do.
Okay, something that's doable.
But
Okay.
like, regardless of how much of a logistical nightmare would be, what is the best like content you can think of?
American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, I agree.
That would be
That's
kinda
it.
fun. Yeah.
I mean, Luca did like Wipeout for his 3D.
yeah.
Something,
Something
like that
like-
on a larger scale would be
On a
crazy.
much larger scale, we'll go crazy. Yeah.
That or like a camping trip in a sense, where essentially we would go in and the staff basically just have to agree they're not going to help us with anything. Like no bringing us water, no anything like that.
They've literally went to a stranded island.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
They have done this multiple
uninhabited
times.
island,
Oh, that's crazy.
and they try to hunt a goat down.
That's crazy.
Going hunting with you guys, I think would drive me insane.
Oh my
Like
God.
I cannot. I know someone. We would be stalking an elk for like 3 days, and then someone would sneeze. I'm telling you, it would be this man. It would be
I
Wilson.
would
This guy would
sneeze, yeah.
sneeze. Oh my god, that would be great.
Niche survival show.
Oh god.
That would go hard.
Who would survive for the longest in EN? Who would actually like survive?
Realistically speaking, it'd probably be me. But if we're talking about like, it's sort of an interesting question. I don't know. I mean, what nothing.
I'm trying to think of like
from you guys?
I'm trying to think of like who would survive in the EN. Like
I'm sorry, I zoned out. Who
I
would
think
survive what?
we'll all die.
we would all die. Oh yeah. Okay. We will all die, but who would die last?
Wait, dying in a
Survival
Yeah,
situation.
survival situation.
Oh, I'm killing myself first. I don't want to survive. I've said this in an apocalypse scenario. I'll say this in a survival scenario. I'm going to die. I don't care how. I'm going to. I'm going to figure out a way to die the quickest possible way so that I don't have to
I
participate.
think a good chunk of them will just leave. They just fly away, swim away.
What?
In a survival situation, they could just leave.
I'm thinking of the comedic potential in potentially getting on a stranded island and like Petra is there. And you're just like, man, what are we gonna do? And then she just jumps into the water and starts swimming and doesn't stop.
She's gone.
It just keeps going.
Oh my god, Petra,
We're like,
we're gonna
oh,
die.
you're gonna go. What are you doing? And it just does not look back. Just slowly disappears over the horizon. You're like, oh,
okay.
shit.
Oh,
and then that's just, and then you're one down.
The Australians will survive.
That's true. That's true.
Part of me feels like I could totally see myself getting like really lucky and trying to die, but then I figure out some secret about how everything works, and then I don't know, somehow survive.
Now,
It would
in
be
the
really
movie-
unfortunate, but
in
you know.
the movie Swiss Army Man,
Oh.
that he's been stranded on an island and he's giving up and he's about to kill himself, and then he sees Daniel Radcliffe's corpse on the beach and it's like farting, and then the corpse comes to life and they become best friends. So I think that's what would happen to you.
It's a real movie.
It's a real movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's like my top
Really?
five. It's very heartwarming. It's hilarious. There's one point where like he shows the corpse a dirty magazine and like he gets a boner and the boner points in the direction of home and then he uses it like a compass.
Wait, does he actually find out, or is this like?
This is a real movie.
This is a real
No,
movie.
no. I get it.
If I'm
Like,
not mistaken, it's the same guys that made like Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
I believe that, but what I'm saying, like, is it not a hallucination, or is it?
Well,
like,
it's kind of up to your interpretation. You could say it was a hallucination. You could say that you can have your own theories about it, but ultimately, it's kind of like you could say it's a metaphor for self-love, self-acceptance, that kind of thing. In the sense that as he gets more tired, the corpse becomes more active and can do more. So it's like he's letting the past, but everything he was insecure about in his past slowly die, while this new, more vibrant version of himself comes to life.
Huh,
all that kind
interesting.
of stuff. So there's a lot of reads you could do on it, but at the end of the day, he's using his he literally says, Manny, I think your penis is guiding us home. So I think that if you were on a desert island, I think that's the experience you would have, is that you would hallucinate a magic corpse and then you would ride his farts like a speedboat to dry land.
Which is also a real scene in the movie.
Yeah, that's one of the first scenes in it, is that he farts so hard that he just jumps on his back and rides him like a speedboat to land.
what the fuck?
It's pretty great.
And I just used my Vantage Junior as a compass.
Yeah.
You can.
Sure.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah, it makes
That's
sounds like a
insane.
Geiger counter. It goes like...
Yeah, there's a magnetic field.
The magnetic field. Yeah, your guys' penises respond to the magnetic field.
There's metal in your balls.
That's crazy.
I love the way there's metal in your balls.
Yeah.
Sometimes
to
it does
describe
feel
what
a bit
happened,
special.
Claude actually pointed at Vanta when he said that.
Specifically. There's specifically metal in his balls.
My balls.
There's microplastics in your balls.
Oh god.
All
Take
of us.
them out.
All of us, we have microplastics in our balls, guys.
Wait, is that actually real?
That's real. Every one of us has microplastics in our balls.
That's kind of crazy to think about.
Like naturally or like?
But I have metal.
Hang on.
No, I put them on there, Wilson.
Microplastics in
are balls.
Natural.
I mean, I'm asking, like, there's no way that's
The human
natural.
testicles had a
Yeah,
plastic.
it's not.
Wait, how do you get microplastics in your
So
balls?
because of the things we consume. Because in modern day sort of products, you know, like they contain a lot of microplastics, and they've over time, on average, human testicles have accrued
How
a lot
did
of
they
that.
get down there?
Wilson,
Because it's
remember,
in your body.
micro. You can't see them. They're microscopic.
Okay.
But they're still the human testicles had a plastic concentration almost 3 times higher than that found in dog testes. 330 micrograms per gram of micrograms per gram. So roughly, oh my god, 330 micrograms per gram. How many micrograms are in a gram?
1,000.
Isn't that milligrams?
Oh,
So it's like, hang on.
one.
How
Micrograms.
much?
I don't know what that measurement is.
How
Why did he go in
much
the balls?
is a
I
microgram?
think it's like 1,000. That like one.
Why don't they stay in the
microgram
stomach or
is like
something?
1/1000 of a
What?
milligram.
Why did he go in the balls?
They don't just go in the balls.
Yeah.
That's just one of the places they go. We're not saying you only have microplastics in your fucking balls.
So it's everywhere?
Yeah.
I don't. There's a lot of places.
So
Pretty
technically, it's
Okay,
not
so
just in the balls.
micrograms
No,
are like
it's-
1/millionth of a gram, but there are 330 of them per gram. So,
So depending on the weight of your
of your balls, you could have, you know, multiple
ratio. That's the
multiple
ratio.
milligrams of plastic in your balls.
Holy shit.
How do we make it come out?
I don't
Die.
think- I don't
Die.
think we
You
can.
fucking die. You fucking die. That's how they come out. That's how they
I
fucking come out.
don't want microplastics in my balls. How do we make them come out?
Basically, they did a scientific test, and in 100% of the men that they tested, they all had microplastics in their balls. How do we make them come out?
I think I'm gonna see a doctor.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to do anything
I think
about
I'm gonna
that.
ask the doctor.
There are
to remove it.
microplastics. Hang on.
I don't feel comfortable with the idea of
Can
plastic
I
in my balls right
remove microplastics? My Google is gonna think I'm fucking insane. Can I remove microplastics from my body? Removing your microplastics from your body is not easy, and it requires effort. It requires commitment to limit our exposure to the best of our ability and focus on a healthy lifestyle. So basically, your body, I imagine, is very slowly breaking down and getting rid of those microplastics.
now. But the more
The
bad
more you
stuff we
consume,
eat, okay.
you will put more into your body. So if you only ever consume fresh produce,
Whole Foods.
non-GM, you know, completely fresh, almost homegrown produce, if you only ever consume like very fresh bottled water, no tap water, you know, stuff like that, then maybe no fast food, nothing like that, then maybe in like 10 years your body will be free of
or just
plastic.
remove your balls altogether.
Yeah, honestly,
I-
just get rid of them.
I think I'll keep them.
I personally will be making.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
personally
Like-
will be making a hefty donation to the UQ Wilson Bottom Surgery Fund.
No.
Make sure.
Nah, bro. You're Canadian. Take advantage of that free healthcare. Go to the fucking doctor to ask about your fucking microplastics in your balls. Go do that.
I will
Take
keep
advantage
them,
of it,
I
bro.
will keep the microplastics.
Take advantage of it.
You know what? I kind of grew attached to it. Not gonna lie. It's part of me now.
Your balls?
No, the
microplastics.
microplastics.
Obviously, my balls. I love them very much.
Bro, I'm gonna be rude with you. I don't think you need to be raising your voice right now.
Clip.
You're always on my ass.
Thinking about anyone walk around outside, here's this man, and say, yes, my balls, I love them very
I
much.
do. You don't like your balls?
I do love my balls.
Oh, there you go.
Everyone,
Be proud of your balls.
I feel like, you know, if
don't know, dog.
if you're happy being a man, you know, if you're a cis man, you know, or a trans man,
Or just
who
a
has
ball
balls,
haver.
I think you should love your balls. You know, love your body, and by extension, love your balls, and don't put microplastics in them, and if you can help it. But then,
Type 1 if you love your balls.
you know, it's kind of,
That's you know. How many
Chat, you
people
don't have to.
in
You don't
chat
have to. You
can
don't
type
have-
1 though?
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay.
See?
Here we go.
How many of the what? So, what the fuck?
See, so many people love their balls. I told you guys.
okay.
us what.
Type 1 in chat if you love my balls.
I think we've
It's too early.
I think we've lost the plot. I think we've lost the plot, guys.
There's no way.
Oh my god.
Oh, people be typing though.
Type 1 in chat.
Oh, people spamming
No.
ones.
Type 2 in chat if you want this conversation to be over.
Let's get a load of ones, please. One, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. They love the ball.
They love the fucking balls.
All
That's
right.
crazy, dude.
Everybody, welcome back to the Ballcast. Today,
There's quite a few twos though.
Today we're gonna talk about Manscaping, not sponsored.
Listen, I've never been sponsored by Manscaped.
Yeah.
I have Manscaped. It's good. Manscaped is good. The
Not
razor
sponsored
is
once
good.
again.
The ball deodorant is good.
I concur. I agree.
Yeah.
It's good.
Also, do you know what? A little bonus thing they have in the performance package is a nose hair trimmer. That's been pretty good.
Yeah, a nose hair.
I don't grow enough hair to make
Nose
use
hair,
of
because
that.
like,
It's frustrating.
like tweezing, pulling your nose hairs is just it takes forever. If they get a little long, like a nose hair trimmer makes a big difference. So
Yeah, I do have a trim for.
I think it's a good purchase.
Yeah, it is. It is good to have.
And you get boxes with it too. You get the Manscaped boxes.
Oh.
Yeah, they're comfy. I mean, I got mine a size too small, so I
Balls are too big.
I can't really. Yeah, unfortunately, Manscaped made my balls just so potent that I just can't fit in the boxes anymore. It's kind of a
That's
double-edged
crazy,
sword,
bro.
really.
Oh Jesus!
That's what you talk about your Venta Junior all the time. Now you're gonna get on our ass for talking about balls.
Bro, you were talking about fucking microplastics. I don't give a fuck
Yeah?
about manscaping. I don't give a fuck about manscaping.
Okay.
Somehow us mentioning that microplastics might be in your balls made you come to the conclusion that microplastics were only in your balls and that they were in no other place in your body. And somehow the concept of microplastics is lost on you and you had never heard of them before.
Yeah, you probably have.
You were literally like, how the fuck did they get in there? Like, what the fuck do you mean how they get in
I
there?
want them anywhere except my balls. I'm gonna be honest.
You eat food,
I
motherfucker.
would rather have microplastics in my brain than
You
my balls.
probably do, honestly.
I probably do, yeah.
You probably fucking do.
Yeah. I don't want them in there. I'm sorry. It does not make me comfortable with the idea. It doesn't sit right with me.
Bro, you can't see them. You can't fucking see them.
Can you feel them?
There's microplastics in the fucking water that you drink.
You didn't know, just but can you feel them?
Obviously you can't. You just found out that you had them today.
I need someone to explain what just happened because I'm trying to do the math on how many.
Nothing happened.
Please explain
Holy
this to me.
shit.
I'm gonna feel so sad if I don't know what this bit is.
There's no
Vanta
fucking
was
bit.
like, but you can't see microplastics. But then William was like, but can you feel them?
No.
This is fucking
No,
insane.
in the same way that you can't feel, probably in the same way that like you see the grooves and like the rough edges in this. Someone carved the number 131 into this table. That's fucking crazy.
That is interesting.
But the little grooves in this, you can kind of feel a very slight bump because there's just almost no
I think that's
difference
cancer.
there. Oh my god.
Brother, that's what I was gonna fucking say to you. I was like, if knowing you have microplastics now in your balls makes you rethink feelings that you've had in the past, I was like, that's probably just testicular cancer. Gonna be honest. Gonna be straight up.
So
Your Wilson ears are not doing very
the
hot.
average human body has a mass of around 62,000 grams. So if there are 330 micrograms of plastic per gram. That means that there's 330 times
How many?
62,000,
Oh, wait, what
which
percentage?
means that there are roughly. Okay, so we're going to divide
We are
that
so now back.
by a million, and that is so there are roughly 20 grams of plastic in your body.
Total.
If you weigh total, yeah.
Total,
if you
not
weigh,
balls, okay.
If you weigh, dude, 20 grams, 20
I
grams
need confirmation.
of plastic in just your, no, you would be dead. You'd be dead. That is a tumor in and of itself. That is just what they were. No, in your whole body there are 24 grams of plastic on average.
That's
If you
actually
weigh,
crazy,
If you
though.
weigh 62
That's actually
kilograms,
insane.
if you weigh 62 kilograms, that's how much your is in your.
That's on average, right?
So yeah, guys, I
Yeah.
for one welcome our new plastic overlords.
Mhm.
I think that it's not worth trying to fight, and perhaps we should just become plastic. I'm just playing games. I know it's plastic balls.
20 grams, 20 grams.
That's the plastic beat. Another morning comes, or maybe it won't because you're dead because of the plastic.
20 grams, 20 grams.
What the fuck,
right?
dude?
Pause.
Yeah.
Grams.
Someone said, Vox, can you check if women have plastic in their balls too, please? I think that's a rational.
Yeah, I can absolutely do that. You know, for any women with
Good
balls,
research to make.
any women with balls, I'll happily give them a feel. I'll check. You know? I'll just, you know.
Probably not.
Guys, I think I'm gonna roll out to the
I can
conveni.
poke around a little bit in there. Also, interesting fact. Did you know that that actually having your, this is a fact from a while ago, actually having your breasts squeezed can stimulate it can basically reduce the possibility of you getting breast cancer.
Is that true?
It is true. It is true.
It's not wrong.
You should try it out.
That's true. I read an article like 10 years ago that you can do that. So having someone, I will happily, ladies, I will happily.
Holy shit!
Holy shit! I'll happily help safeguard you against breast cancer. Free of
Holy
charge.
shit.
Just for me, I'll happily help safeguard you.
That's insane.
It's a scary world out there. It's a scary world.
That is
So,
crazy.
You know, you know, as a feminist, I'm more than happy to help. More than
That
happy to
is
help.
insane. We went from talking about philosophical shit to Alpha Bros podcast, all the way down to just fucking simping. Ladies, I'll squeeze your breast for you. You know, I'll help you out. I'll help your sister out. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Man.
We've gone all the way around.
Man, I will squeeze your balls to reduce cancer.
You'd
The
rather
next thing we know, we'll make a tutorial.
tutorial. Are you worried
on
about?
Akuma and NIJISANJI channel.
Are you worried about microplastics on your balls? Here's what you can do. Here's how to piss hard enough that they all just come out.
Oh my
That's not
god.
how that works.
Oh my god.
Instead of pee is stored in the balls, now it's plastic is stored in the balls.
Guys,
And
I
that's
have to go. It's been 2 hours.
All
Good
right,
night.
It's been 2 hours. Everybody, thank you so much for coming out to the Diamond Days podcast. Thank you so much to Claude, our new member, and Shu, our special guest today. I hope you had a wonderful time talking about all of the hilarious topics from
Oh
today.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait to look back at the VOD.
And so,
What a
whether
good-
you're,
what a good
Hopefully,
podcast.
if you're on your way to work or school, hopefully you have arrived long after we started. But I hope that you have a wonderful day, and perhaps you can muse on a little bit of what we talked about today, or maybe you can regret hearing what we talked about today. Either way, best of luck with today, and I hope you have a wonderful diamond morning. Thanks very much for coming, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.